Oh, that's cool. Oh, man. This is kind of reminded me of ESPN Extreme Games, a PlayStation 1 launch title that I absolutely loved. Ooh, get up there. What? Oh, rocket, man. This is so cool. Now it's Superman 64. I mean, it's very hard to tell who you are in a situation like this. Maybe you should have thought that through a little bit. Boom.
I've been tracking Riders Republic ever since Ubisoft first announced this game. This game looked like something that would speak to me and that I would have a ton of fun with. And I was so happy that they sent me a review code because that's exactly what has happened. I have been overjoyed playing this game. I streamed a bunch of it on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/EPN. And I think people could hear it in my voice because I didn't have the camera on, but I was flipping out. It was so fast and so fun and so over the top and crazy.
Oh, look at how... Oh my god. Yikes.
It definitely is from a different era. It feels like it's evoking the spirit of ESPN Extreme Games, one of my favorite launch titles for the PlayStation 1. There's, you know, sprinkles of SSX in there and Tony Hawk and even Wave Race. Not in terms of a direct port of those types of things, but the vibe, the feel of it. This is a very easy game to jump in and just have a lot of fun with. It uses kind of the almost exact modeling and formula that you would see in a Forza Horizon game. A little bit of the crew, of course, which I think was also borrowing from Forza Horizon, where you've got an open world, a huge, huge map, which has lots of mountainy, snowy areas and rocky caverns to race through, lots of wilderness to bike ride over, and lots of jumps and stunts and stuff. And what Ubisoft said is, we're going to take what we learned making Steep, which was a pretty solid snowboarding and skiing game, and we're going to add some extra fun to it and add some downhill mountain biking. We're going to add a wingsuit in there and a rocket wing in there, and you're going to be able to do all kinds of stunts and tricks in all of these different disciplines. We're also going to have a bunch of other wacky rides that people can pick up and find and discover as they're perusing the map. One of the coolest ones is you find this busted up plane and you just affix a jet engine to your back, and it is your new, very janky looking rocket wing, but it's exceptionally fast. Everything is rated, and so you're always looking for the new best stuff that you can find on the map. There's also lots of, you know, little secret areas where you go and talk to somebody and you get given something cool like a surfboard or something like that.
Now what's happening here? Go explore a little bit.
Lots of old rickety-looking bikes or skis or stuff, but they'll actually end up being quite effective and useful in your quest for gold in the game. And then there are also some really incredible trick challenges that you have to do, where you have to leap from one giant rock formation to another giant rock formation and you don't want to tip over. They've added a rewind feature to this game, which I have used often, especially as I've been trying to, you know, rocket wing through narrow cracks and crevices and have splattered against the wall. Many times I've done that, but rewind and go back. It isn't as effective as it is in a Forza game, where you're also rewinding all of your competitors at the same time. In this game, you only rewind yourself. You'll see them speed along, and the rewind does take a little bit of time, so there are definitely moments of like frustration because it's taking you too long to correct yourself back on the course. And because it's such a stunt-based experience, you'll often pull off stunts and tricks when you're jumping off a ramp on a mountain bike or something like that you didn't really want to, and then you'll fumble and stumble and fall. And it all becomes part of the learning curve. But I gotta tell you, man, at the core of this game is just sheer fun. I did find the soundtrack to be a little bit annoying and repetitive, so I actually enjoyed playing this game with the music mostly off and just hearing the sounds of the mountain.
Yeah! Again.
the wind rustling through the trees and stuff, and the aggressiveness of the rider on the bikes, or the, you know, the sense of momentum and, you know, almost fear that your little avatar has as they're hurtling down these incredibly dangerous declines.
Oh man, they sure give you a good sense of the verticality.
Will provide a massive hit of adrenaline.
It is really quite breathtaking. My favorite event for sure in this game, although they're all really good, but my favorite is the Rocket Wing. It is a bit of an echo of that infamous Superman 64 game where you're having to navigate through rings and things and try not to hit anything and you know, beat the time, but or also beat your competitors. But it's just so freeing, and I think the secret sauce in the game is just that it's so beautiful. I mean, the vistas stretch on forever, and it just is so lovely. And I felt this too when I was playing Forza Horizon 5, but when you're on a bike and you're navigating through trees, or you're on skis or a snowboard or something, you're going through a forest, it feels like Return of the Jedi speeder bike chase, which I couldn't get out of my head. It was just like, wow, I mean, it's so physicalized and it feels so tactile, it's impressive as hell. But more than all of that, it's just fun to play. It is a game to escape in. You're going to sink tons and tons of hours. There's lots of discovery. There's lots of reward. And then layered in there is all kinds of challenge against, you know, online competitors. And they have these big mega race events as well, where you have up to 64 players doing multi-discipline events in a race, trying to get to the first position, and everybody's bumping and bashing off of each other. So you'll race for a bit on a bike, and you'll go through a ring, and suddenly you're on a snowboard for a bit, and then you'll go through a ring, and you're on a rocket wing, and then you're flying for a bit, and then you'll land back on a bike. It's insane because there's so many bodies just flying around the screen. I did have the game crash a couple times. I don't think it's as elegant as something like Forza Horizon 5, which I've also been playing, but it's really close to that, and it's a really great beginning, I hope, for something that Ubisoft is quite known for. They keep adding lots and lots of elements. Some of it will be paid, but I think there will also be just lots of enticement to get you into this experience. It's just a crazy, crazy fun game to play, and it's one of the most impressive releases because it's so fresh, I feel, from Ubi, just in terms of fun gameplay that still embodies kind of what Ubi has been about, which are the open world experiences and lots of discovery, and you know, you're climbing up the tops of mountains and you're finding secrets everywhere. You can also have these zen moments of just looking over the horizon and getting these vistas, and you're collecting all of that, and there's tons of little rewards. And I even like the zany characters and some of the chit-chat that goes on in this game as well. Super impressed by Riders Republic, and I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes from here. Great debut for hopefully a brand new franchise. I'm going to give Riders Republic an 8.5 out of 10.